Hello, everyone. This is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts, and this is Prehistoric Facts special episode number 216. We're going to be talking about a prehistoric reptile, and that reptile is Gorgonops. And so this is an artist's rendition of a possibility of what Gorgonops did look like. This is the best one that I can find of Gorgonops, but let's actually go down to talk about some information about Gorgonops. So the name Gorgonops means Gorgon eye or face. It all depends on which one you like to prefer. Length is 3.9 to 6.6 feet or 1.2 to 2 meters. Height is a foot or 0.3 meters. Weight is 20 to 30 pounds. It lived 260 to 254 million years ago in the Permian period, more specifically late Permian, and the fossils are found in South Africa, and it was described by the legendary scientist Sir Richard Owen in 1876. And Sir Richard Owen, if many of you don't know, he's the guy that coined the phrase dinosauria or dinosaur. But Gorgonops is not a dinosaur. It is completely different from a dinosaur. So let's actually keep on going, shall we? And so here is a map of Africa. In this page right here, and you can definitely tell where South Africa is. It's this green country down here in the southern tip of Africa. Is this green country right here? That's where Gorgonops fossils have been found. And here's the best size chart that I can find of Gorgonops. And as you can see here, Gorgonops is not a really large animal by any means. It's kind of basset hound size. If you kind of look at it, it's kind of the size of a basset hound, or maybe say a medium-sized dog. And then you see the skull of Gorgonops right here. I could not find a skeleton image of Gorgonops, and so this is the best one that I can find. And so this is the best image that you're going to get of a Gorgonops skull. And so that's what I can find right here. And so, yeah, let's actually keep on going here. More information about Gorgonops. It is part of the Synapsidae and Therapsidae type of family. So it is in that reptilian lineage where it is leaning towards mammals. And so Gorgonops is more closely related to mammals than, say, other types of reptiles or even dinosaurs. So this is not a dinosaur. This is a relative of mammals, and is part of its own family, the Gorgonopsidae. And we all know what the Gorgonopsids are, and those are probably the coolest looking animals from the Permian, and I think they're the coolest carnivorous animals in the Permian because they just look so awesome, especially the largest one, Neostroncevia. That one from Russia, the grizzly bear size Gorgonopsid. But anyway, uh, Gorgonops is a quadruped, so it walks on four legs, and it has an erect stance. So the legs are not splayed out to the side. This is an animal that has its legs kind of underneath its body, and so it's able to run much faster, and also to have a little bit more of, like, say, an up and down motion when it comes to, like, say, running uh, to go after its prey. And it's also got large canine teeth like all Gorgonopsids do. And so these are the very first saber teeth known in the fossil record. So the Gorgonopsids have the very first saber teeth in the fossil record. And it would have whiskers. And so it would have whiskers like on its face towards the snout, especially mainly towards the nose. And there is a possibility that this animal did have hair. Now, there are some scientists that are debating about this. They are debating whether or not certain types of the synapsids or therapsids did have hair on their bodies, but that is up for determination. Looks more and more like that this animal did have hair, but it's still debated, and then it would look nearly mammalian, because this animal almost looks very mammalian. It almost looks like it's a mammal that you can a carnivorous mammal. It almost looks like a carnivorous mammal, but it is not a mammal. Like I said, this is part of the reptile family, a group of reptiles called the synapsids or therapsids, and it's also a carnivore. And so, if in case you didn't notice, by the saber teeth. The environment in which Gorgonops lived in would have been warm and humid. There would have been wet and dry seasons. And of course, it lived on the supercontinent called Pangaea in the southern quadrant of Pangaea. And the plants around there would have been plenty of trees, ferns, and conifers. There was no grass or flowers during this time. This is way before grass and flowers ever came about. There would have been plenty of lakes, rivers, and ponds. There would have been plenty of insects, amphibians, and other types of reptiles, mainly the synapsids and diapsids. You gotta remember this. Synapsids are more towards the mammalian line, diapsids are more towards the true reptiles. And so you have here different groups of reptiles. There was no mammals during this time, there were no birds. Pterosaurs weren't around, dinosaurs weren't around. So this is pretty much a time where there was like a lot of reptiles, but there would have been different types of reptiles. And so there would have been some that are towards the warm blooded line, like mammals, and there's some that are in the cold blooded lineage, like true reptiles. And so let's actually keep going. Now, Gorgonops probably did have some predators and prey, but first the prey. The prey it would actually be going after would have been small reptiles. So mainly like say juvenile, say don't dicynodons or otherwise just like smaller reptile type of stuff. It would have probably gone after amphibians as well. I missed that part too. I should have put down amphibians here. But also would have gone after fish. Would have probably had eaten some fish, and of course it would eat carrion. Like all carnivores, it is an opportunistic animal, so would not care if it took a free meal. And so if there's a free meal available, it would take it. But there's predators that would have been around at that point in time too, like some of the early archosaurs, crocodile-like reptiles. So these would have been almost look like crocodiles. They would possibly have been in lakes, rivers, to be able to hunt. And of course, larger Gorgonopsians would have been around too. And the larger Gorgonopsians would probably not hesitate to go after Gorgonops as it is because it's smaller. And of course, it would have probably have been very easy for some of those Gorgonopses to be able to catch one in terms of ambush. But of course, Gorgonops would have been fast enough to get away from the larger Gorgonopsians. The extinction of Gorgonops would have been mostly due to climate change. It would have been involved increased volcanic activity, and of course the plants changed. But you got to remember this: 254 million years ago. This is 2 million years before the Great Dying or the Permian extinction. So this is 2 million years before the Permian extinction. So Gorgonops was able to survive all the way towards 2 million years before the Permian extinction. So it did not see or witness the Permian extinction. So it lived only 6 million years and was able to survive for a pretty good amount of time. But at least it did not witness the Great Dying or the Permian extinction, which happened 252 million years ago. And so here is a map of Pangaea. This is kind of around the time Gorgonops was, and it's in like its like final 2 million years of existence. And you can see where I have circled in red here. That's the south. That's where South Africa is, in the part of Gondwana of Pangaea. And so this is right in the southern hemisphere, pretty close to the South Pole at this point in time. Probably could have been a little bit cooler around there, but at that point in time in the Permian, it was just really, really warm. It was really warm. And so Gorgonops probably lived a pretty good life down there in South Africa and had plenty of prey, plenty of things around its environment. And so, yeah, it probably did have a pretty good amount of wildlife around during its time and lived in a pretty good area right there. There's not too much of like a desert area where South America, some parts of North America, and even Antarctica. It's kind of like in between those drier areas. And so the next episode will be on November 16th, 2023, and that'll be an extra episode. I'll let you guys know what topic I'm going to talk about, so stay tuned for that. But if you got any questions about dinosaurs and other prehistoric life, feel free to email me at dinochrist71@gmail.com. Let's go to my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts of Dino Chris. Like the page, you should post your questions in the comment section. Please put them in the comment section to put them on Messenger. Messengers are private conversations, so please put your questions in the comment section on a Facebook post. And for you YouTubers out there, like the video, subscribe to the channel. According to my analytics, a lot of you guys are checking out my channel, not subscribed yet. So please feel free to subscribe and also hit the like button on many of the videos that are on my channel. Because the more is how the YouTuber algorithm works, the more likes the video gets, the more likely it gets spreads out to people that are interested in dinosaurs, prehistoric life, paleontology, geology in general. And so please feel free to hit that like button and also share the video, share the channel, share the video, share the channel to anybody that is interested in dinosaurs and other prehistoric life. Feel free to do so. And also hit that notification bell so that way you can get notified of every video that comes out weekly, because that's what I do. I do weekly videos. And so if you want to get notified of a video that comes out weekly, especially every Thursday, but there will be a little bit of an update coming soon about what's going to happen in the next month or so. And so stay tuned for that. And also for you YouTubers out there, feel free to leave your questions in the comment section because I do read them all. Your questions do mean a lot on the Q&A episodes. So all of you that are sending me questions via email, Facebook, and YouTube, you guys are awesome. You're giving me some great questions for the Q&A episodes. Keep up the great work, and also make sure you keep your questions short to the point. You can also follow me on Instagram at dino.chris.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on there. You can also follow me on Threads. Same thing as the Instagram address at dino.chris.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on there as well. Also, take care of the people around you. And also, for your younger people out there, to make sure listen, your parents, your teachers, and your guardians, it's the best motivation you could have for good education. It's very important to have good education. With a good education, you get a good job in the future. And so, a heads up, November 11th, 2023. So this is this Saturday. Will be the last library event of the year of 2023 that I'll be having at the Marathon County Public Library in Wausau, Wisconsin, and is at 1 to 2 p.m. Central Time. So if you're able to be in the Wausau, Wisconsin area around this kind of time on Saturday, 1 to 2 p.m., it'll be showing off my collection again. So if you are going to be in the area, come on down and check out some pretty cool stuff. I got some real fossils, awesome, cool minerals, real minerals, and even fossil replicas of some dinosaurs, mammals, reptiles, you name it. And so all the stuff that you're going to see out there on the tables for everybody to look at and touch. And so hopefully you guys can be there this Saturday to check out my collection and have a great time. And also come on down to say hello if you're going to be in that in the area and also in that kind of time. So please feel free to do so. And hopefully you guys can come over and check it out. That's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time.